Are we witnessing the end of the traditional helicopter as a king of the modern battlefield? The Army is making a massive, controversial pivot, slashing procurement for legendary aircraft like the Apache and Black Hawk to fund an experimental, drone-heavy future that officials are calling an Amazon for war. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics and the shifts in our national defense strategy, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and keeps us providing these deep dives. The facts here are staggering. Under the fiscal year 2027 budget proposal, the Army is gutting its commitment to traditional aviation. We are talking about Apache funding dropping from over $360 million to a mere $1.5 million. Black Hawk funding is plunging from $913 million down to roughly $39 million. Even the Chinook isn't safe, seeing its procurement slashed by hundreds of millions. But this isn't just about saving money on paper, it's about a complete change in military philosophy. The Army is actively planning to cut 6,500 active-duty aviation positions, pilots, maintainers, and flight crews by 2027. Why? Because leaders believe the conflict in Ukraine and recent Middle East skirmishes have proven one thing: expensive, manned platforms are sitting ducks in a sky saturated with cheap, mass-produced drones. Assistant Army Secretary Brent Ingram hit the nail on the head when he said the military is tired of using multi-million-dollar Patriot missiles to shoot down drones that cost a fraction of the price. The Pentagon is currently trapped on the wrong side of the cost curve, and they're desperate to fix it. They are now launching a rapid-fire competition to develop low-cost interceptors, giving companies just 120 days to bring functional technology to the table. They're even creating an Amazon-style marketplace for allies to buy standardized drone and counter-drone systems, trying to speed up sales and ensure everyone is fighting with interoperable gear. However, this transition is sparking a firestorm on Capitol Hill. Senators like Mark Kelly and Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro are sounding the alarm, accusing the Army of gutting the industrial base before they've even proven that these new systems can actually do the job. The concern is simple: if you divest from your current, proven capability, and the replacement technology fails or isn't ready, you create a massive aviation capability gap. War Secretary Pete Hegseth has acknowledged that the Pentagon needs to take another look at parts of this, admitting that while the transformation is necessary, the scale of these cuts is creating legitimate friction. So, what does this mean for the future of American power? The Army's leadership, including Secretary Daniel Driscoll, is trying to overhaul 30 years of broken, slow-moving acquisition processes. They want to move fast, like they saw the Ukrainians move, using open architecture systems that allow all sensors and radars to talk to each other in real time. They've even gone as far as having 450 programmers at Fort Carson jailbreaking their own equipment to make it more flexible and faster to deploy. The strategy is clear: the era of fighting wars with a small number of ultra-expensive, gold-plated platforms is coming to a close. We are entering the age of mass-produced, networked, and rapidly replaceable systems. But the risk is immense. If the Army gets this wrong, they won't just be losing money, they will be losing the ability to project power when the next major conflict erupts. We have to ask, is this the smart, lean military shift we need, or are we being too optimistic about how these cheap drones will hold up in a high-intensity, peer-to-peer war? The military says they are adapting to the modern reality, but the critics in Congress are worried we are disarming ourselves in the name of innovation. So what do you think about this? Is the Pentagon right to abandon traditional aviation for an Amazon for war model, or are they playing a dangerous game with our national security? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one. This is a defining moment for the future of the U.S. military, and it's clear that the friction between the Pentagon's new vision and Congress' demand for stability is only just beginning. Stay tuned as we continue to track how these massive cuts and technology shifts evolve in the coming months. Thank you for watching.